What's up? What's up? It's time for Done Way Past Funny with your host, G.D. Fenderson. Join us as we take a look back at the early works of seasoned comedians before they were seasoned with this week's guest, April Brucker. It's time to get down and get dope with Done Way Past Funny. Hi, welcome to Done Way Past Funny. I'm your host, G.D. Fenderson, certified forensic humorist at large, but I'm losing weight. Welcome to Done Way Past Funny. I'm going to introduce my guest today is ventriloquist comedian April Brucker. April, how's it going?
Good. I'm happy to be here. Everything's good. I can't complain. If I'm complaining, who the heck's listening, right?
Yeah, well, I'm listening. I'm a pretty
Well,
good
okay. Well,
listener.
you're listening. Nobody
Yeah,
else is listening but you.
that's
This
it.
is why if
No.
I need a kidney, you're getting a kidney.
Now, did I say your last name correctly? Because I've heard it. I've I've we've worked together on the internet before, but honestly, I don't remember. I didn't remember if your last name was Brucker or Brucker. I know it's not Brucker. I'm assuming it's Brucker, but
Brooker, very good. Actually, in the way that I used to tell it to all the young male MCs back in the day, being the token female on the shows, is I'd say Brooker rhymes with hooker, and they were all kind of sex starved, right? So they would remember it. So anyway, but
okay.
I've been called Brooker, I've been called Brucker, I've been called Brooker, I've been called Bruckner, but just don't call me late for dinner.
Yeah, so don't call me a cab. You're a cab. so, See, I know really old bad jokes too.
Yes, well, that was always my grandma's joke is don't call me late for dinner.
Yeah, that's the one that I grew up with. It says, "Call me anything you want, but don't call me late for dinner." And
Don't call me late for dinner, absolutely. And don't call me a cab. Well, actually, except if I'm in New York City, then call me a cab by any means because they're really hard to get at rush hour.
and then get it to stop too,
Yeah,
because
getting him to stop. Yep. Oh my God. And then not getting him to do the extra lap around the block.
oh, I will tell you my cab story a little bit later because this is about you. So if you don't
Thank you.
mind tell people a little bit about something about yourself, like how long you've been doing this, where they can stalk you on social media if you so desire. Um,
Media. My name's April Brucker, like the sign behind me. I'm from Bethel Park, Pennsylvania. I like romantic evenings and long walks on the beach. I have to get that out of the way, fellas, because I'm not looking for Mr. Right. I'm just desperately seeking Mr. Okay. And occasionally I have this problem, GD, where when I was a kid, I would tell my dad, talk to the hand.
right.
And my dad thought that I was being a moody teenager. Well, little did he know. The hand talk back. Hello. What are you trying to say, Mr. Hand? Hello. What are you trying to say? I'm trying to say hello. So you're trying to say hello. Yes. No, no, no. Hello. You mean hello. No, hello. What are you trying to say? That she's a ventriloquist.
Now, that's one of my questions. What was the first thing that you used to throw your voice behind? If I'm saying that correctly, because technically, that's one thing. People assume that ventriloquists throw their voices, and we're not throwing our voices. Our voices are still right here. The brain does the rest of the work. The brain is like the one that does. Oh, sorry.
Well, the more married you are to the illusion, the more everybody else brains does do the work. Like
Yes.
this might be a bad parallel, but have you ever met somebody that was so convinced of something that
Yes.
even though you kind of knew better, you kind of became convinced? That's the way ventriloquism works, except it's completely harmless. But basically, the first time, and I'd always been a fan of Sesame Street. I'd always loved puppets.
Yeah.
Loved Mister Rogers' neighborhood. That neighborhood, Mister Rogers' neighborhood. Lady Elaine Fairchild is my jam. She's my spirit animal. And but the first time I threw my voice, I was 13, and I grew up right outside of Pittsburgh in a little town called Bethel Park. And I was the weird kid in school, shocker. My mom dressed me for school, shocker. and I wasn't allowed to have cable, which made me really popular. Not. So anyway, long story short, my brother played football, and if you live in Western Pennsylvania, football's king. Okay,
Right.
and my dad wanted cable so he could watch the local games. So, but he only wanted one channel, and that was the local sports channel. We only had three, but he wanted one. So, after fighting with the cable company for an hour, okay, we finally get cable. So fast forward, we're watching my brother's games, the scores after one of his games on Friday night. The rest of the so and my dad hated commercials, right? So the rest of the night, he's going back and forth, hating the commercials, and he comes across an Edgar Bergen tribute special. Now, if you don't know, Edgar Bergen's a very famous ventriloquist. For those of you that aren't watching, Charlie McCarthy's his buddy. And anyway, long story short, the rest of the family members tried to talk like the ventriloquist, and she was the only one that could do it. Okay, Mr. Hand, and thank you for that. And that Christmas, I got a Groucho Marx puppet under the tree.
Cool. 'Cause I did not. I honestly did not think that Groucho Marx was going to be the first one you got. I honestly didn't.
Oh,
I-
well, I didn't think so either, but I love the Marx Brothers movies. I grew up watching them with my dad. That's
yes.
one of the benefits of not having cable is you really get to know the old movies. I love Harvey. I love the black and white movies more than I like the movies now because they had more of a sense of story. They didn't
Yeah.
cheat with the FX. But so that's what I grew up on. And a few years later, I got another one who looked like me, and because everybody said, April, you have to have a character that looks like you. And so I got this roommate that was just, really, really obnoxious. Hello, GD.
Hello,
I'm in the
May.
mood for some dark chocolate today. Ah, oh my God, behave. What can I say? You don't melt my mouth or my hand, and I just want to take a bite. He is so obnoxious. I am so sorry. So
I understand.
he's married, right, May? Well, that's never stopped me before. May. His wife might be watching. Well, you know what? I don't count because I'm stuffed and unstrung, and I'm the perfect girl. You see, not only don't I talk during sex, but you can use me as a pillow afterwards. May Wilson, ladies and gentlemen.
See, now actually my wife is not watching now, but she may watch later. So I'm just going to say, you think you're stuffed now? Wait till we sleep together. No.
Oh yeah, May. Oh yeah. So what do you have to say? His wife might watch later. Well, who knows? She might be into that too. Once you go cock it, you never go knock it again, and it's never too late in life for rug burn.
now, 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 I when I was in my elementary school, I had a Lester doll because I
Mm-hmm.
Lester and Willie, they were the first black ventriloquist team that I'd ever seen, and so I kind of identified with them. I mean, I'd seen the others, and I also had tried it before, but I didn't gain interest until I saw him, and so I went out and I got I don't know if I bought it myself or actually it was given to me as a gift, but I got the Lester doll and
Yep.
I worked on my ventriloquism skills. Matter of fact, I had the ventriloquism skills long before I had a doll, because I watched Edgar Bergen and Charlie McCarthy and
Charlie.
the others. So because of him, I used to do that and just make stupid things talk. Like and I say stupid, I mean things like I might have like a bear, and I'd be doing that. But the first times I got props as a ventriloquist, I was in the sixth grade. There was this kid that I did not like. His name was Charlton, and
Sounds like a tool.
he was, and so the teacher had turned her back, and I imitated his voice, and without moving my lips, I made him say something in his voice, and the teacher turned around and looked at him, and of course and so he's looking at her, and I did it again, but I didn't move my lips. and she had turned her back, and she goes, she's at that time I heard you, and because I did his voice and my lips didn't move, she was convinced she saw him say it. She had
Oh, what do you have to say about that, May? We talked about that at the meeting, okay? And Charlton totally deserved it. He's broke, he's poor, and he's not something that I want. But let's talk about something that I want. I want you. Okay, May, stop it, stop it. But May, tell this man some of the things that you've done. Well, you see, I'm kind of famous. So you're a famous puppet. No, the term was textile American. Okay, pardon me, May. What are some of the things that you've been on? Well, I've been on ABC, NBC, BBC, and a lot of cocaine.
Have you ever been on a customer from a bar? Have you ever been on? No.
Have you ever been on a customer from a bar? No, because they're broke and poor. But I got on Pinocchio. Pinocchio! What happened? Well, every time he lied, his nose grew and his dick shrank.
Now, I
Really?
did not know about the second part.
Yeah, I didn't know about the second part either, but you were with him for 2 years. Yeah, because every time he lied, I just sat on his face. Okay, but why did it end? Do you want to hear the truth? I think we all want to know the truth. That dirty gave me splinters. You and Lester. Did you ever date Lester? Oh, him. He gave me the biggest woody ever. So, but how are you and Lester still in touch? As if that ended badly too. And why did that end badly? He gave me termites. Seriously, the first time we came across Willie Tyler and Lester was I was working as a lifeguard as a kid, and we had this biker come into the pool, and he was a nice guy. I liked him, and he found out that I did this, and he said, "There's this black ventriloquist that you should check out called Willie Tyler." And he said he did a show for the Hells Angels, and he's this black ventriloquist, and everybody's like, "Oh my God," because you know how the Hells Angels are.
Yeah.
And they loved him, and they were throwing money at him. They loved him.
Yeah, he was good. He was funny, and like I said, he was like the first one I identified with, and so I went out and bought the doll. But the weirdest thing is because it was his doll, because Lester was his, I wasn't excited about it after a while. I wanted my own, you
Hmm.
know. And I didn't deface him. I take that back. I did start to. I I did start
Well,
to.
you customized him. Can I
Right,
tell you a
right.
secret about myself?
Yeah, sure.
What's the secret, me? You see, April defaced me too. I
Oh
used to
my
be a
goodness.
guy. What?
Oh
Yes.
no.
My name used to be Charlie McCarthy. So I guess what you call trans. So technically, am I canceled for making that joke?
Now, how long did it take you to complete the transformation from Charles to May?
Well, actually, that's a funny story too. My sister wasn't using the Charlie McCarthy, and my great aunt Helen, God rest her soul, she gave the Charlie McCarthy a facelift. So May Wilson was born, and several plastic surgeries later, here I am. But I'm still working on getting those real tits. Okay, so if you have a sugar daddy around, I really would like to talk to him. Oh, really, May? Why don't you just get a job? You said the J word.
Now,
GD has to work. I have to work, but I'm too pretty for work. Hey, maybe we're all too pretty for work, but May, how's the love life going? Well, April, it sucks. All these guys are broken core, but I think I found a new prospect. Really? Yes, I have a new sugar daddy. He's 95. 95. You want to hear my opening line? What was your opening line? I said, "Hello, Hot Wheels." Was he into classic cars? No, he had an electronic motor scooter.
now, I'm assuming that your other partners in crimes have different personalities than May.
But I'm the
Um,
star.
Well, yes, you are. As a matter of fact, you are not only are you the star, you're the star maker.
Yeah, you are the star maker, May, but tell him about what you did yesterday. Well, because I have all these guys that lie to me about how much money they have. April and I released a Christmas song. Yeah, we released a Christmas song, but I'm the star. What's the name of the song, May? Merry Christmas. So glad I didn't marry you. And it's available on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Amazon Music, Deezer, Pandora. That's right, it's available on all these places. And so, May, what do you think's going to happen? Well, gotta be bigger than Mariah Carey's gut. Because all I want for Christmas is not you, but I want your money. Now, Mariah Carey, I know your ass is big, but so's my ego. I'm about to take over Christmas.
Now, you say it's Merry Christmas. I'm glad.
Merry
Merry Christmas.
Christmas. So glad I didn't marry you.
So glad I didn't marry you.
Mhm.
Okay. And is there a video as well, or is it just a record?
Right now, it's just a record, but next week, I'm going to be in the studio as a star making the video. So tell him something about the record, babe, that's funny. You see, April is not very confident as a vocalist. No, not at all. But May, tell him about yourself. I was perfect on the first take.
Cool. Uh, who did the backing vocals? Who performed? Who were your musicians?
Well, our producer was a guy by the name of Costas Gus Christ, Costas Dino Music, who is a Grammy-nominated producer because he recognized my star power. No, our star power, mate. No line, no ours. 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 May. There's no I in team, but there's a me. So special shout out to Costas Gus Christ. May, what do you have to say to Costas? Costas, you are the greatest of all time. Thank you. Mwah. There we go.
Okay, so I was asking about the musicians. So did he play the instruments, or he
Oh,
got
he
other
plays
people?
multiple instruments. He had other people do it. Costas is a genius.
Okay, and you wrote the lyrics yourself?
May, who wrote the lyrics? Well, I told April to write them. I'm the brains of this operation. She's the dummy. No, you're 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 the dummy. So, May, what do you have to say? Once again, I'm gonna be bigger than Mariah Carey's gut. I'm gonna be Queen of Christmas. Santa, I want you to jingle my bells. What about Mrs. Claus? Well, she hasn't stuffed his stockings in years, but here I am. What you do? Let's get
Yeah.
down to business. Are you
All right.
rich?
Not at all.
You know, this conversation is so ogre. Okay. But May, money can't buy you love. But it can buy me a house, a lot of diamonds, and a lot of cocaine. May Wilson, everybody.
Now, I'm listen, I want to follow up about some of the other things, but I'm gonna play the clip that you sent. It's about 3 minutes long, and we're gonna watch it in its entirety, and we're gonna talk about it afterwards.
Okay.
Here we go.
Fabulous guest today. Not only are you fabulous, you're no bigger in a second, and you're adorable.
Oh,
and
thank
you're
you so
talented.
much. Thank you.
I'd like to introduce April Brucker.
Hello, Las Vegas. Mwah.
A woman named April and her towel. You're going to want to wheel in Grandpa to see this one.
Through the intensive research we do for this show, we were able to determine that while watching this video, young men we showed it to could remember every single thing about this clip, except they could not recall the color of the towel. Strong move. You can't fault her folding. April will be back with us next week wearing a washcloth.
My name is April. I live in New York. I'm addicted to ventriloquism.
Hello.
What's up?
Times Square. Woo! Yeah!
This is May Wilson.
What's up, everybody? I'm a superstar.
I created May when I was 17 years old. And May was actually initially made from an old Charlie McCarthy doll.
Yeah, that's right. I had a sex change. I used to be a guy, but don't tell anybody.
Oh, okay, May, all right.
New York's the best place to be a ventriloquist because we can do shows at all sorts of different places. We can do shows on the subway and the comedy clubs and even on Christopher Street.
Oh, and Mr. Tramp, I just want to point out that despite your immigration policies, several of your wives have been foreign born.
What can I say, girl? There are some jobs that even Americans won't do.
Whack John and Andy and send in April and May. May is the one with a bad attitude.
Hey, homeless lady, smell you later. Oh!
Now it's a female dummy dishing out the insults.
What would you do? Hey, homeless lady, could I get you something like self-respect or a work ethic?
It doesn't take long for this native New Yorker to speak up.
Hey, homeless lady, now you can take being a failure off your bucket list. You've already done it.
Hey man, it's not me, it's her. It's her. No, it's her, it's her.
Okay, when the cops come, they're gonna arrest both of them. How about that? Make fun of homeless people? You think that's funny?
I think my jokes are funny.
Okay, yeah, see if you laugh when the cops come.
Time to tell them it's what would you do?
Let us ask you why you stepped in.
Nobody was saying anything. So everybody's in on this right here?
I advise people to try it. It's changed my life, and it's changed my life for the better. Now, I've changed her life for the better because I'm fabulous. I make this whole thing look good.
Your partner in crime that looked like a police officer. I've never seen that one until this video. Is first of all, what's his name? Is he still around?
Officer E is still around. He's doing very well. He's actually being he's still around, but he's getting he's being updated right now. But he's doing very well. And that was his big TV debut. And he's harder to live with than May Wilson, believe it or not.
Because he's got a badge? Is that? I don't understand. I mean, why?
A badge.
May is a handful.
May's a handful. But
no pun intended.
None taken. He's got a badge, and the other thing is that one, he's got a badge, but two, he was on with Anthony Bourdain, and it's all he talks about. Anthony Bourdain this, Anthony Bourdain that.
Now,
actually, do you want me to go get him real quick?
Sure.
Just give me a second.
Hello.
Hi there.
You're under arrest.
Why are you arresting him?
I'm with the NYPD.
But there's no probable cause.
Exactly, I'm with the NYPD. You're so attractive that I want to frisk you.
Why do you want to frisk him?
Well, just like May Wilson, I like the dark meat.
You like the dark meat?
Yes. I'm a cop on Christopher Street.
Christopher Street. And so how was it working with Anthony Bourdain?
He saw me and he knew that I was going to be a star.
A star? And what did you do?
I handcuffed him.
You handcuffed him. And so did you have a warrant for his arrest?
Like I said, no, I'm with the NYPD.
So, but, now they have body cams.
On a gutter to arrest you with.
So it appears as though, is it Officer E, is it?
Yes, as in Eduardo Edwardson.
Got it. So Officer E, it appears as though having the camera doesn't curtail your behavior, it just enhances it.
Yes, it enhances my behavior. And I only frisk people that are worthy of being frisked.
What if somebody's breaking the law and they're not good looking?
Oh, well.
What?
I arrest them for being ugly.
You arrest them for being ugly.
Now,
That's not going to stand up in court.
Well, the DA will make anything stick.
yeah, and sometimes the stick hurts, but
Well, what can I say? Sometimes the stick hurts, but sometimes pleasure's pain. You sound like you know.
Officer E.
now,
Want to see my
just out of
nightstick?
curiosity,
I don't know that he plays for your team.
no, I don't have a team. I have a wife. No team. They say it's teamwork, but it isn't. It's more like we work together as long as we do what she wants. No, I'm kidding. In case she's watching, I'm kidding.
In case your wife
I know
is
she.
watching, you're under arrest and I'm detaining you.
Officer E, you can't do that.
You're under arrest.
No, I'm not under arrest, Officer E. I didn't do anything.
Yes, you did. You've been making these god jokes. You're under arrest.
I'm not under arrest, Officer E.
Now, how long have you been doing ventriloquism again?
Since I've been 13 years old.
And she hasn't gotten any letters, so she's under arrest.
Officer E.
See, well, then I'd have to ask you how old you are, and I didn't want to do that. I was just wondering how long you've been doing it. I mean, but anyway, that doesn't. My question is then actually the question I was going to follow up with is because you've made a lot of appearances on television that most entertainers that I know would like die to have that resume. So you have a producer or agent or someone who does it
Yes,
for
I
you?
have a wonderful manager, Clinton Ford Billups Jr. Yes, Clinton has been great.
And he's going to arrest me if I keep talking.
No, he's not going to arrest you. You arrest people.
Well, he said that he'd arrest me if I made any more god jokes.
No, you arrest people. You have the power of arrest.
Then you're under arrest.
You're not first. You're not first here.
So how old is E?
How old are you, E?
I should arrest you for asking about my age. That's a felony.
Officer E.
I just assumed that your duty was well, not just to protect and serve, but safety first. And your shoelace is untied, and it's really bugging me.
Well, what can I say? You have the right to remain silent.
Okay, Officer E, you gotta go. Bye. Sorry about that.
That's guy. I have the right to remain silent. I do not have the ability. So now, like I said, with so your agent is one who books all those things for you. Now, but you didn't need an agent, or did you need an agent for the Bob Saget clip with the towel? Because that's more isn't that along the lines of like America's Funniest Videos or something?
Well, the funny thing is that I actually submitted that to America's Funniest Home Videos because I'd done a video of me towel juggling online. Because as a woman, sometimes you drop the towel, right?
Right.
And anyway, long story short, I dropped the towel and I did a video of me towel juggling and I sent it into America's Funniest Home Videos. And the next thing I know, ring a ding, I get a call from California, and I'm assuming that it's spam, right? Because I'm living in New York at the time, living my best life. And I'm in Las Vegas now where it's sunny, and I'm always running around in a towel, just teasing you guys. And long story short, I get a call from California, and so I pick it up, and I get another call, and I pick it up, and it's, "Hi, this is so and so from Vindabona Productions. We see that you submitted your video to America's Funniest Home Videos. We feel that it would be good for the new Bob Saget show, Videos After Dark." And I was like, "Really? Yeah, blah, blah. Could you fill out the paperwork?" The next thing I know, I'm in the promo for the show. I'm on the show. I'm working with Bob Saget, and this was right before he died. God bless.
I'm glad it was before he died because the promo would have been really different afterwards.
Yeah, that would have been really awkward.
Yeah. So go ahead. And
but that was absolutely wonderful, that experience. And everybody and their mother saw me. And by the way, if you want to learn how to towel juggle like I did, you can buy my kit online. So there you go, plug.
Cool. Now it's funny because he had said I didn't know if that was a real survey or not, because I know that there are programs where they'll ask guys questions or ask people questions after they watch something, and there are certain things that they miss. And so I didn't know if that was actually a real survey he did or he just said that because it's probably true.
Oh, no. It was a bit. It was a bit.
Okay, I say, 'cause it's probably true. It's more than likely true that, you know. Hi, I'm G.D. Fenderson, host of Done Way Past Funny. You've just watched part 1 of our interview with ventriloquist and comedian April Brucker. Come back and join us as we continue our interview. And when you do, bring a friend.